The installation and setup for OBS Studio is relatively simple if you follow these very, very basic steps. So what we're going to do is we're going to download the file from an internet browser and then install it onto your system. So for me, that means going to my web browser, which is Google Chrome. For you, that might be Edge or even Firefox or Brave or something like that. But for me, I opened up Chrome and I'm just going to go to Google and search OBS Studio download. And the top result here is going to be obsproject.com, and it says download OBS Studio. It's in purple. I've already clicked it. Here's one I prepared earlier. Let's click on that. And it's going to take you to the beautiful OBS homepage. You'll see three logos at the top of the page. You've got the Windows logo, the Apple logo, and the Linux logo. Our tutorials will be mainly focusing on Windows setup and optimization, but it's basically the same for other systems as well. So if you do need an Apple setup, you're going to click on the Apple logo. If you need a Linux setup, you're going to click on the Linux logo. But we're going to stick on the Windows logo over here. We're going to scroll down. Now you've got five, I can't count, 5 different options here. Download installer, BitTorrent, Zip, and GitHub. Downloading an installer will get an external installer to extract your files for you. Basically, you just click next, and everything's installed. It's very, very easy. It's probably the best way for most people. Downloading via BitTorrent will download a torrent file for you. You can only do that if you have a torrent application like uTorrent. If you don't have one of those, don't worry about it. It's really it's not complicated, but it's just more complicated than an installer. Download zip. Now, if you're used to downloading zip files and extracting them with a software like 7-Zip or WinZip, then this might be for you. But to be honest, guys, stick with download installer. It's the easiest way to get this done. And most people now will be on a 64-bit system. So click on this top link here, and it will start your download in the bottom left-hand corner. Once it's done, you can click on that file in the bottom left. It's going to open up the installer. There is a system message. Now, when system messages pop up on my screen, it's going to make the OBS screen blank. Don't worry about that. It's just for security. And you just have to click, yes, I allow OBS to have access to my computer. Welcome to OBS Studio. The installer is here. I'm going to click next. Now, for me, it's going to say OBS Studio is already running. That's because I'm using OBS to record. But for you, it's going to give you another page, and it's going to say, where would you like to install this software? Don't change anything. Just click next. It's then going to ask you for some permissions. Just click next again. And then on the next page, click install. It will install the software, it will say it's done, and then once it's installed, if you minimize everything on your desktop, you will see you've got OBS Studio 64-bit. You're going to right-click on that, run as administrator, and very soon, we're going to have OBS Studio on your computer, ready to go and ready to optimize for all of your streaming needs.